Bonus, you can text. You'll find us on Twitter. We're also on Facebook, and we look forward, as ever, to hearing from you this morning, 11 minutes to 8. With the summer break not far off, students at the University of Northampton's School of Arts are putting the finishing touches to their end-of-year shows. Everything from art to sculpture, dance to photography will be on display between now and the 21st of June. There's also a performance of a legendary composer's work. If you think you know your Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, think again.
The Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Northampton is more than 900 years old, and in its time, it's rung out to some pretty iconic music. This is Disare from Mozart's Requiem Mass, which was left incomplete on the composer's death in 1791. And while old Wolfgang Amadeus wasn't afraid of pushing boundaries himself, students at the University of Northampton are taking things up a notch. The university's School of Arts is holding its summer show, and one of its more unusual performances will be at the church tomorrow night, with students in the popular music department performing his Requiem Mass with a twist. Jasmine Shadrach is a lecturer in popular music at the University of Northampton.
When we first put this together, I just thought it would be quite nice to put a choir together that was made up specifically of our popular music students. Little did we realise how much this was actually going to burgeon into this huge amorphous performance. It's nice not only for us to be able to reinterpret a very canonical piece of work that's very well loved, but it's really interesting to see how our students have actually engaged with that, and particularly the band, because they've had the unenviable task of reinterpreting the original score from an orchestra to a band, but also putting the entire choir together, because they've also mostly been singing kind of popular music, and then being able to kind of modulate and be able to sing Mozart it's a huge step. So it's actually just expanding their repertoire.
Daniel Dobbs plays guitar in the band, and he says performing classical music in a church isn't his usual thing.
We all do popular music, so we don't really turn to Mozart and use that to practice. So no, it's completely new for most of us. I always thought I'd be playing with an orchestra, but not in a church playing. It would be more my own stuff, because it can be quite pretentious like that. But I thought I'd be, rocking this kind of thing in a church, so especially not the church part. So yeah, but it's a nice touch, I think.
The keenly eared amongst you will be asking, hang on, what about the vocal elements of Mozart's Requiem Mass? Well, fear not. Stephen Moan is a bass soloist in the popular music department.
The fact that we've been Mozart is an entirely different take than any of us have really played before. One thing that I'm going to keep in mind is seeing how everyone takes it in. It'll be a bit shocking for the venue, and mixing that with classical music along with rock, and then seeing these young people do it rather than a highly esteemed choir that's travelled the world. It'll be nice to see if there's a shock, if we stop singing and a pin drops and everyone hears it and acknowledges it, then we've done a good job.
It's not just classical music on electric guitars at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre tomorrow. A traditional orchestra from the Northamptonshire Music and Performing Arts Trust will join the band on stage, playing the Requiem Mass in its original form. Doors are at 6:30 tomorrow night, and the performance starts at 7. Tickets are a £5, and prepare to be challenged.
Tom Percival reporting. The University of Northampton's summer show goes on until the 21st of June. Full details on their website.
North End Travel. Every 15 minutes. BBC Radio Northampton.
And Russell keeping a check on things as always.
It's not been too bad this week on the roads. I've just